Hello everyone. Today it's all about pruning back that sterile Chinese Snowball Viburnum, mainly focusing on crisscrossing branches. Alright, so before we get started, let me go ahead and give you a quick background of this plant. So this plant was purchased in 2020 and I had to transplant it to various places because I didn't know where I would like to have it, but it looks like this spot is going to be its forever home. I think it looks really nice here. So it got damaged in the summer of 2023 during a tree removal process. So I would say close to half of the stem got damaged, and I did not think that it was going to grow as fast as it did or recover as fast as it did, but it did. I'm so thankful for that. I didn't really have good hope for it, but it really surprised me. So since the fall of 2023, it has grown more than twice as big. Here's the tallest branch. I would say it's over 6 feet tall. So I don't know if that's going to be, it looks like it is the leader. But anyway, the rest of the other branches, I would say at least 6 feet tall. So this plant, it does bloom in the fall and early spring. So as you can see, there's still blooms still going on right now. And in the fall, the bloom heads tend to be flatter, almost like pancake shape like, just like you can see the top one right there. But during the spring, it will produce more of a fuller, more rounder shape blooms, just kind of like hydrangeas. So I've referred to this plant as a spring hydrangea plant because of the bloom resemblance to the mophead hydrangea. Since this plant is still, in its early phase, in my opinion, I don't want to prune so much. That's why I'm focusing on the just crisscrossing of the branches. And then you can see that because it blooms early in the spring also, I would assume that it's already producing the spring buds, just like right here. So because of that, I don't want to take too much of it, just focusing on the crisscrossing branches. And again, it's because this is still a young plant and I don't want to do too much, just kind of let it do its thing for the most part and see how it will look. Now, if you don't want to prune it right now, you don't have to. You can maybe do that late winter with the crisscrossing of the branches, that is. But I just wanted to do it now. It is a more like a tender evergreen in my zone 8A here now. And what else? I might just clean up the bottom there as well. What I also noticed that the plant is leaning this way, and I think it's to compensate for the fact that it got damaged at the stem, and then also the plant had more growth on the other side. So this is just the plant's way to support itself. And I'm just gonna go and assess the crisscrossing branches and take the one that I think need to be taken out. That's that one. Here's a part that is kind of hard to figure out which one to prune back or prune off. So all of these are growing this way, and then these are growing that way. So they're all growing through the center, but I think I'm going to take the bottom one off right here because it looks like it's impeding that as well. But at the same time, it has a lot of branching right here, and I think all this branching right here will impede this section of this main branch right here. So I'm just going to cut this one right here. All right, let me show you something. So you see this? It needs to be cut for sure. Look at that. It's going in that direction all the way to there, and then it's making its way to the other side. You can see over time, this is gonna grow into this branch right here. So it is so interesting. So definitely this has to come out. All right, so let me go ahead and share with you something else. So this is growing on top of this, and this was what it was originally before this started coming up. So it looks like this is not as healthy. I don't know, you can tell, but not as healthy as this branch right here, just based on my experience. And you can see, look at this one, it's already growing into that and sort of damaged this part already. All right, so that is something that I will have to figure out. I might have to take this one out too, so that way I'll leave this more room to grow. So, all right, there might be some changes going on. So take that one out, and maybe take this one out too, but we'll see. And look at these two. These two are crisscrossing too, the whole big branch. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting to take that out, but I'm gonna have to. So here's the interesting thing. If I had not pruned off some of the lower branches, I would not have noticed those crisscrossing big branches. This is good because I got to see that there were like crazy crisscrossing of bigger branches than that I didn't expect to see. So I'm glad that it's happening now, so I can go ahead and take care of the potential damage later on down the line. All right, so this calls for a bigger tool. So this is going to be the lopper I'm going to be using. All right, so I'm gonna prune off the smaller ones first. All right, so I ended up using 3 different tools. I have this handsaw thing, a pruner, and a lopper. And I am going to call this project done for today. All right, this is what it looks like from afar. And I think it looks, you know, like less clutter around there. Overall, I don't think there's a lot of difference. Now, here's what's bothering me. You see that most of the branches are around this height, except for these 2 mainly, and that really bothers me. I'm going to refrain myself from pruning them back, and mainly because I want to see what will become of them, and then hoping that these other branches will catch up. But I think one of those, the tallest one, is probably the leader branch right now. So anyway, let me show you what was pruned off. You can see that this is clean out. This area used to be full of branches. And then also I saw this back, this one too, and this one right here that was growing all, this was the least healthy branch that I could tell. And as you recall, it was growing under this branch right here. This will no longer grow, so it's not going to be impeding on this right here, which is what I'm kind of worried about right now. Anyway, we'll just figure it out. And then I took this one off because I don't know if I showed you, it was pinching on this branch right here, or this, yeah, this branch. You can see that was already doing a little bit of damage right here by rubbing against this one right here. So I am hoping I'm doing the right thing for this plant, and we'll just see what will become of this one right here. But for right now, it's not doing, I don't think it will be doing any damage anytime soon. And I wanted to show you something here. You can see that these 3 branches are going up, and they're going to be doing something. One of them will end up, or 2 of them will end up crisscrossing or something along the way, but I'm not going to do anything for right now. I'm just going to let them do their thing and see where that will take them. And depending on how they end up, they might, some or one, maybe 1 or 2 will get pruned off. So I think I'm happy with what has been done today. And you know, with pruning, it's an ongoing process. You just have to wait year by year and see what needs to be taken out or left on the plant. I think it has a better structure now. So you can see some branches are going out that way, this way, hoping this one will be coming this way and that one going that way. So I kind of like the structure of the branching a lot better. I would prefer that, of course, there's one main stem, and then maybe up here somewhere that it will start to branch, but this is what I have been dealt with, so we'll just make good use of it. So that's going to be one big stem right there, the trunk of it, and with multiple branching just up above. And hopefully that will turn out really nice. So in conclusion, I think you can prune your Chinese Snowball Viburnum in the fall, especially if you're just focusing on crisscrossing branches that are not doing the plant any good thing to it. That way you can also justify losing some blooms during the spring. And with what has been done, I think I will still get plenty of spring blooms. And now with other types of pruning, I would probably hold off, especially if you have a young plant like I do here. That way you are not risking spring blooms, especially if you would like to have lots of them or just enough for you to enjoy. So with that, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it enjoyable and helpful. And until my next video, take care and bye for now.
It's me, the Mario. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any more content.